Welcome to the deep dive. So we got some pointers from you, our listener, about the Trade Sage podcast episode 3. It really zoned in on overtrading and those impulse decisions.
Yeah, the ones that can really trip traders up.
Exactly. So our goal today, pretty straightforward, figure out why we do that stuff and, crucially, how to get a handle on it. Give you some actionable ways to trade more, well, mindfully.
And it's important to remember, like the source says, it's not always just about how many trades you make.
Right.
It's more about trading driven by, feelings instead of your actual strategy.
Okay, let's dig into that a bit. The Trade Sage mentioned things like chasing losses. We've all felt that panic, right?
Definitely. Or feeling like you can't lose after a big win.
Yeah, or even just trading because you're bored or anxious, looking for that quick, dopamine hit.
That's a great way to put it. And the common thread there, if you look closely.
It's the state of mind.
It's absolutely the state of mind. Overtrading seems to come more from your internal psychological state than, say, a flaw in your trading system itself. It's those urges.
Makes sense. The source also flags some specific emotional triggers. FOMO, obviously.
Fear of missing out. That classic urge to jump in before you really should, before you get confirmation.
Guilty. And then there's ego, right? Wanting to prove you're right instead of just being objective about the market.
Yeah, that's a dangerous one. It stops you from cutting losses when you should. And of course, simple greed, pushing for more profit even when you've hit your target.
And the source really highlighted how not having a solid plan, like clear rules.
Exactly. If you don't have that structure,
You're just kind of drifting.
you're drifting.
Yeah.
And you're way more open to making those impulsive calls based purely on emotion, not logic.
Okay, so those are the traps. We see them. Now, what about getting back in control? The source had some practical ideas. First up, the trade journal.
Ah, yes. Good old journaling.
Just writing down trades and the feelings behind them. How does that simple act actually help? Seems basic.
Well, it seems basic, but it builds critical self-awareness. You can't really fix a pattern if you don't even see it clearly, right?
Sure.
The journal gives you that space to connect the dots. Okay, I felt anxious here, then I made this trade. It highlights the link.
Gotcha. Then setting a daily trade limit, like a hard stop.
A hard stop on the number of trades. Doesn't matter if they're winners or losers.
So it forces discipline.
It absolutely forces discipline. It stops that cascade effect where one bad impulsive trade leads to another and another. You have to be pickier, wait for the A-plus setups.
Makes sense. Another tool, the pre-trade checklist. Run through your rules before you click the button.
Yes. And the source was clear. No exceptions.
0 exceptions.
It brings objectivity back into the moment. If that potential trade doesn't tick every single box on your list, you just walk away. Doesn't matter how tempting it looks.
Simple but powerful. The source also mentioned stepping away from the charts regularly, scheduling breaks.
Oh, that's crucial. Like hitting an emotional reset button.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're staring at the screen all day, your emotions are constantly, heightened. Stepping away lets you detach, regain some perspective, calm down.
Right, break the intensity. And lastly, visualization. Picturing yourself staying disciplined.
Mentally rehearsing, sticking to your plan, saying no to trades that don't align. It primes your brain.
And that leads to that killer question the source posed for everyone listening. Am I following my plan or my feelings?
That just cuts right through it, doesn't it?
It really does.
It forces you in that moment to check your motivation. Is this trade based on my strategy, my rules, or is it just a reaction, a feeling?
So wrapping this up, the big message seems to be better trading isn't about more trading. It's about quality.
Precisely. Quality over quantity. Impulse kills the consistency you need for any kind of long-term success in this game.
Yeah, that consistency is key.
And like the source said, learning not to trade when the conditions aren't right. That ability to just sit on your hands.
That's actually an advantage.
That puts you way ahead of so many others. It's a skill in itself.
So maybe a final thought to leave everyone with. Think about patience. Not just as some passive virtue, but as an active skill you can actually practice and strengthen in your trading day by day.
Great point to end on. This was a good dive.